I just don't want this kind of attention. It's being dealt with privately. But since this guy wants to come out and lie, let me tell you guys the truth. I booked a Taxify yesterday around 11:50. I booked the Taxify. The Taxify came. I got in the Taxify. He started the trip, and then he said that, oh, it's a card trip, that he doesn't want to make a card trip. He wants to go offline and I should pay him cash. Now, I said to him, the reason I booked a card trip was because, one, I don't have cash on me. Two, I'm not going to do an offline trip at this time of night. It was like 12 o'clock. I'm not going to do an offline trip. So he goes, oh, I'm not doing. If you're not paying me cash, I'm not doing. So the guy ended the trip, right? But immediately, this guy cancelled the Taxify, immediately booked another Taxify, which was 2 minutes away. So that Taxify called me and told me that he was 2 minutes away, which I told this Taxify that I was in. And he said, no, if you're not going with me, you're not going. The guy locked the car doors and started driving. And I said, what are you doing? Let me come down. If you're not going, let me come down. My other Taxify is on its way. Let me get out. He didn't answer me. He was just driving. At this point, I didn't think anything was going to happen. I was just thinking, what is this guy really doing? Like, what are you doing? He was just driving, and I was just thinking, okay. Then we got to an untiled road, a dark road, an untiled road, and I thought, okay, do you know, I'm going to record this because this guy could be taking me anywhere. So we got to a gate, a brown gate, and he got out of the car and went to open the gate. So I'm thinking, okay, this guy's going to try and drive me into this gate. I don't know where I am. So I took out the car key from the ignition. I just reached over and took it out just so he can't drive into the compound where we were, because I didn't even know where we were. It was just a random dark road. Uche, see your drivers. He has brought me to an unknown destination. I've asked him to stop the trip. He just drove. Now he gets out of the car. God knows where he's gone. So when he went to open the gate, I had to think fast. So I thought, okay, let me remove the key so he can't drive in. He saw me removing the key. He ran back to the car and opened the back door and literally tried to drag me by my waist. So at this point, I'm lying back on my back trying to kick him off because he's dragging me by my waist. I have my pepper spray in my bag. I reach in my bag. I'm fighting him off and I pepper spray him, which makes him move back a bit. So at this point, I'm trying to get out of the car and he closes the car door on my legs as I'm trying to get out. So he's still holding the car door shut on my legs. At this point, he's pushing the door shut on my legs. So I've had to push against his force to free my legs, but he's still pushing the door shut. So I'm using my feet to try and keep the door ajar. So there's still a gap between where he's pushing and I'm pushing. So I'm still trying to pepper spray him through that gap. And all he's shouting is, I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to deal with you. And I'm thinking, what the hell? Like, what is happening? It was literally like a film. And then as I'm spraying him, he's like going, oh, you're a ritualist. You're a ritualist. Obviously, he doesn't know what pepper spray is. So he's thinking I'm doing rituals on him. Idiot. Video to follow. Anyway, the guy was still holding the door shut. I'm still trying to push against and get out, but he literally wouldn't open the door. So I thought the other side might be open, and it was. So I got out through the other side, and then the guy ran round and literally choked me like this and was dragging me back to go through the gate. So I'm literally kicking, punching, screaming, and I'm hitting him. So as I'm hitting him, I have my pepper spray in my hand. So I've literally pressed down so hard, like sprayed all over his face to the point it's even gone in my own mouth. Like my nails have broke in the process, my phone smashed, my top was ripped. So for this guy to come out and say I'm lying, and I have it on video, for him to come out and say it's so evil, and God will punish you and your family. God will really punish you. What's that? Don't worry, you'll hear tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll hear. If you should touch me. If you should touch me. Go. If you should touch me. And to all of you that are saying that I made this up for fame, like, that could be the furthest thing from the truth. Like, I hate this kind of attention. I don't do public drama. And to especially the females that said that I made this up, I really sincerely hope far worse happens to you, your mother, your unborn children, all of you. I hope it does. There is actually more video footage, but I'm going to save that for court because I'm going to enjoy watching this guy go to prison. And I need to say, Nigerians, we need to do better. Like, the amount of women, especially, that have dragged me saying I'm lying, I made up the story, I couldn't pay for my taxi, all of that. It's so sad. And this is the reason why, this is why people won't come forward to say things that have happened to them, because they're afraid that no one will believe them. And it's so sad. Like, it's so, so sad.